Calvin Castine off the Southwick Road in Champlain, and we're here for a groundbreaking ceremony, or maybe it's going to be a ribbon cutting. I'm not sure, because it sure looks like the ground has already been broken. We're here for a new, well, I'm guessing is going to be a vacation complex here in the northern tier, and we're going to find out exactly what's going on as soon as the people in charge get here. So a lot of activity here, a lot of vehicles on the move, and we're hoping to find out more so we can share it with our folks in the North Country. And it looks exciting, and hopefully it will be. This is Rick Perry trying to get everybody's attention. We're hurting some cats here pretty soon. I'm going to turn the camera over to Judy.
To the unveiling of the Hughes House Retreat. I'd like to recognize our distinguished guests at this time. We have Town Councilman Jason Borey, County Legislator and local celebrity from Hometown Cable, Calvin Castine, the Hughes family. And we have our development team on hand. We have Mark Bro of Mark II Construction, Thomas Roberts of Ace Electric, Chris Akey of Taylor Rental, Michael Parker of Parker Family Maple Farm, Steve Bro of Adirondack Affordable Plumbing, Steve Sample of Sample Lumber, Jimmy Deso of Deso Concrete, Chris Patat, our town code enforcement official, Mark Barrow, our photographer, Stacy Dooley, Borderview Market, Kevin Farrington of AES, the designer and engineering firm that developed the property on paper, and Dean Lajway, our land surveyor. The Robert Hughes family and the Hughes Family Property Development Corporation has put together this development on a 385-acre site with the intent of capturing the wonders of nature. The features of the site are the combined efforts of various local, state, and federal agencies, which have incorporated the Hughes development concept with their programs to further enhance the natural wonders of the area. The project distinguishes itself to the extent that the construction materials are from a renewable source called hempcrete, which is a product that we hope to be using in the building to achieve our insulating values. Corey Hughes will be speaking further on that subject. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jason Borey, Town Council, to say a few words of welcoming. Jason?
Thank you, Rick. First and foremost, we want to welcome the Hughes family to the community. Welcome so much to the town of Champlain, and the town of Champlain is very happy to have you develop this piece of land, and especially in the way that you're doing it. Thinking about the environment, thinking about conservation and preservation, it's an amazing thing. So we appreciate that. So welcome to the community. We appreciate that. And on behalf of the Hughes family and Rick and all of the others that you mentioned, to all of the local businesses that you are employing to bring this great conservation project and area, the control of many, many acres here, which well, let's face it, that may not be on everybody's list of things to do. So we appreciate it, and the way you're going to do it, and thinking of looking at our local, our businesses, not just from the town of Champlain, but for some of the surrounding communities. We really do appreciate that, and I know that they appreciate being able to work on this project with you. I know Larry Barcombe, the town supervisor, is always excited and thrilled to have new investments coming to the town. And we can't be more thrilled. So thank you so much. The town welcomes you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'd like to now introduce the town of Champlain supervisor, Larry Barcombe.
Faster, faster.
I didn't do it.
Hello, Larry. Hey, Larry. Welcome, Larry. It's Corey Hughes, Robert Hughes. Peace and Rick Pan.
Oh, we're always glad to hear something new coming to town. Sure. Development. That's what we're looking forward to. It gives us, and I'm following Jason here. Tell you, I'm sure all the local contractors appreciate you.
We appreciate having them.
And keeping people working, right?
Yes, yes.
And spending money.
Yes.
Locally.
Yes.
No, so certainly I can't say much else other than welcome to Champlain. Anything that we can do to help you, you let us know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This speech is very
And I'd like to invite your Clinton County legislator and again, hometown cable celebrity, Calvin Castro.
Not really a celebrity, but only in Rick's eyes.
That's far enough, though.
Yeah, I have to echo what Jason and Larry just said. It's great that you're here and that you're looking at the North Country here. This, we're just a mile or so away from Route 11, the busy corridor here, out at 87. So it's a place that's easy to reach. I assume the places I saw online with the Hughes name that weren't with Howard Hughes. It was you guys, right?
Right.
So I looked at some of those pictures and stuff, and it looks like you've got some really good stuff going around the country. And we're looking forward to something similar here, and I want to hear more about this. We'll certainly help spread the word. It's great that you chose this area, chose our local people to put them to work. That way we're not just leaning on shovels and sitting around. These guys are actually out there working. I came down and helped dig the hole there yesterday, just so you...
Thanks for the help. Thanks for the help.
Anyway, welcome to the North Country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin. You've heard us mention the man himself, Mr. Robert Hughes. He's a U.S. Army veteran and developer, and Corey Hughes, the president of Hempcrete, and I'll ask Robert to introduce himself.
Also came in contact with Mark, and he's my other twin brother and stuff by another mother. He's a better comedian than me.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I ain't gonna say all the time, but he is a better comedian than me, and he was easy to work with, easy to get along with, and put this thing together for me. As far as the hempcrete is concerned, this is something that we have on the West Coast and bring it out of the Midwest. And we're originally from Iowa, so we didn't come here. I've been in Vermont probably about a year and a half, and he lives in Los Angeles. So we just decided to put some things together where we could put our product into the building and bring it, to this area. But I'll let him tell you more about hempcrete.
Well, my name is Corey Hughes. My father came to me earlier this year and told me about this property he bought, and I told him to give it back. And I told him to give it back, but then he told me his vision of the nature and how we can incorporate everything that we're doing. On the West Coast, we do hempcrete for fire prevention, mainly, but it's a great insulator, and it also helps with heating and cooling. It cuts your energy bill by 30%. So we was like, hey, why don't we take the blocks out there and bring them out here? We're starting prefabricated blocks, and it's such a help. It takes up your insulation all the way out to your drywall, to your plastering. It's a big time price saver. And then I heard that they're growing it in upstate New York and they're growing it in Vermont. So we do processing facilities. So I'm thinking this is the perfect opportunity for us to display the product here in upstate New York, maybe create some extra jobs, and we can get a processing facility. I know there'll be tons of jobs. And we can put this product in more homes and houses around here. It's easier on the environment. It cuts carbon emissions out of the atmosphere, and you can grow it in 3 months. We can grow houses. So I'm just excited that I had the opportunity to come out here and present hempcrete to upstate New York and show you guys what it is and how it could kind of take over. So thank you.
Yeah.
Jason, you want to come back up for a second? But this time it wouldn't be a ceremony without a little ground removal. Yes, each of you to grab a shovel and put in a ceremonious. Okay. Just let. You want to just look at the camera so they can get a good photo. We'd like to invite everyone for some lunch, something cold to drink, and get out of the sun. Thank you.
I just met this guy and already saying I can call him Bobby.
Okay, right.
I got to give you some bad information here. I usually check my SD card in there, and it's usually a huge card. But just as you started to talk, it said the SD card was full.
Okay.
So I had to erase some stuff to make room for the last part of your thing. So,
Okay.
So tell us again about the first part, about how you ended up here.
Well, I come up here from Waterloo, a little small town in Iowa called Waterloo, Iowa, right? And I moved to Franklin, Vermont, and
St. Albans area?
Yeah, I have a brother that lives in Burlington. He's also retired military. And I just came across this parcel of property, about 386 acres to be exact. And after I purchased it, I didn't really know what to do with it. And then all of a sudden, I just had an epiphany. I was like, well, what I could do is just go ahead and build it up and just, put some ponds and stuff on it, because the USDA had a parcel of it, even though it was my property, and build it up for wildlife and migrating birds, and then also bring in, my own products, from the West Coast and the Midwest in, to put into the property and stuff. And it seemed to work out fine. I ran into AES, architectural firm, and I tasked them to come up with the plans, and then took some time to get it just the way I wanted it. And then working back and forth with the USDA, working with Sarah Turnbull, I'm going to have 6 ponds, back off into the property with trails, like for side-by-sides and four-wheelers, and then a pond on the property itself, for the lodge or the Hughes home. And just, develop the property and bring it back to nature, feeding areas for deer and what have you and stuff, right? And I thought it would be a good thing to do, and also give jobs to people in this area.
Right, that's very important for us.
Right.
But you're going to be bringing visitors to the area.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So I know, looking at the tax map, I saw there's little streams and stuff going through there.
Yeah.
So there's not much actual ponds at this point. Are you going to be making those? Or?
Already am prepared and already have the go-ahead and green light to make 6 ponds, 2 on this guy. He's joined to my property, but he doesn't have a Social Security card, being from Canada. So I decided to do the 2 ponds for him.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. So I do 2 ponds for him, and then 4 ponds, back further in there. So that's 6 ponds, and then the pond I put in, that'll make 7 ponds, and then a trail going through.
Okay, so you're going to put a lodge right here?
Yes, this is the footprint for the lodge.
Okay, how many visitors will you be able to hold?
7.
7 individuals? Or
7 individuals, or more than 7, but it's going to be 7 bedrooms and about 5 baths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you hoping to expand it if it works out?
Sure,
Yeah?
sure.
So you're open to that?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not too far off the Route 11 here. It's a good spot as far as accessing it.
Sure.
From the Northway is just you just drive up.
Well,
here.
another good reason why I wanted to put it in is because I seen the lack or the declining of business in this area. When I rode up this way, I said, "Wow, they really need something happening up in here, something to get going, to boost the economy just a little bit here."
Yeah.
I do my part. I'm doing my part.
We all got to chip in a little bit. Yeah. So normally, if people come here, how long would they be staying? A week or?
Well, I mean,
it can vary, I'm sure, but
if a hunting party wanted to come up and stay and hunt, during hunting season and stuff, it would vary, based on what they requirements would be. you know,
And
hunting
summer-
or walking or
just sort of summertime you can still use it, or
yeah,
even in the winter
yeah,
time.
any winter, summer, and fall. Right?
So it's going to take some upkeep, a lot of work here.
Well, I mean, we haven't crossed that bridge yet, but you know, it's not beyond scope of figuring it out. You know, we figured this much out. I'm pretty sure we can figure everything else out, right?
You have a target date?
Well, we're looking at possibly opening in the spring. Right?
Spring of 2022.
Yep.
So that's ambitious.
Yeah, coming
But
coming
you got
that
some good
soon.
contractors here that are
Well,
hard workers.
I got Mark Burrow, who's an excellent contractor from what I understand and stuff, and doing my research, and he's brought his team in and stuff, and been very pleased with everybody so far. Right.
Okay. Anything else, Bobby Robert, that I should,
Bobby Robert. Huh?
I should mention? Do we want to get mentioned here?
Just the hempcrete that we're bringing in. My son Corey, who's based in Los Angeles, we have a real good product. It what it does is it reduces the carbon footprint. It has a good R rating value for insulation, and it's fireproof, and it's green. It's a green product. So bringing that product in and getting it brought into this area and giving people a chance to see what it's about. Hopefully it'll catch on and other people will use it.
Okay, so I think of hemp. The only thing I can think of is dope. But
Yeah. This is
similar weed. Is it?
No. This is something totally different. This
Totally
is
different?
Yep. This is something totally different. It's the byproduct of the stems and all that. The stems and the branches and stuff like that is grounded up, and put with a binder and stuff, and that's what you utilize. Yeah.
So
So you don't use the flower itself. You use the byproduct of what's left after everybody do their CBD and flowering and all this sort of stuff. Everything that's left over, is something that you can use to build with.
Okay, with it being legalized in a lot of areas, it's going to be more of that product available, so more
Sure.
raw material for you to be able to use. And
Absolutely, and that's what we're looking at is coming in this area, possibly building a process plant and going ahead and processing it, for the eastern seaboard, see
Yeah.
what we can get happening.
And you may not realize this, but just north of here, there's a Canadian border, and someday that's going to open up again.
Yeah. That's the other thing. That's the other shoe dropping right there. That's the other thing.
So hopefully that'll happen in soon, and
Sure.
that, of course, only enhances what you're doing here.
You bet.
All right, is there a website or something people can go to if they want to learn more? Or
Corey.
Corey knows the website here. Jason thought he heard. We're calling Corey.
Tell him. I would like for you to give him the website for the hemp.
We're looking for if people want to know more about this product and your product.
You can go to pifcalifornia.org, PIF,
PIF.
California, and then .org.
That's
Yeah.
a nonprofit. Pass it forward.
Yeah,
Pass
we
it
do a lot of
forward, okay.
workforce development training for the youth, and we get them jobs and stuff through Hempcrete with Pass It Forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where they can. Is there any places else where you've got lodges that?
This is the first off. This is the first
First
off.
attempt at a lodge.
Yeah, at a lodge.
Okay. So it's a new adventure for you
Yeah,
guys.
this is
Yeah,
a
this is
big
very
deal.
exciting.
This is a big deal.
And it's a big commitment. It
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't see it
Now,
through.
do you often not take his advice when he says sell that property? You just that's
know what?
that's your cue to do something other than that, right?
We feed off each other.
Yeah, he'll say something, and then we'll just wait a couple of days and marinate. Was that a good idea? And then we'll circle back around. And circle back around, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Yeah.
We
Oh,
feed
you
off
got
each
it on
other.
camera. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, this goes somewhere here. Is there anything else that we should know about?
That's it.
That's it. Just in the future, after this property, we'd like to bring Hempcrete to the area and start doing training for it, workforce programs if possible, and start trying to teach everyone else how to use it and give education to the community. Because there's a lot of farmers too that we might want to hook up
Well,
with.
sure, a lot of vacant land that could be put to use.
Exactly. So that's kind of like the plan. This is like the launch of it, and if we could follow up with manufacturing and farming and training, that would be great.
And I love that fireproof part.
Oh yes, fireproof, weatherproof, mold resistant, water resistant, pest resistant.
Okay, well, I'm only a couple miles away from here, so have Rick keep in touch with me. As
Sure.
this progresses, I'd like to do an ongoing look at this as it progresses over the
Sure,
next few months.
Can we get a copy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love it.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
All right.
I appreciate you.
Yep. Let me give you my hometown cable card here. I don't have my legislator card, but I have my hometown cable card with me. So we have a website. I'll give you each one.
Thank you.
Hometown cable. All right, we've talked to the guys who have the ideas, but here's the guy who's going to be doing the work.
Hi, Calvin. How you been?
Good, Mark Bro. Tell us about the Mark II construction. It's called.
Yep. Mark II Construction. I've been doing it for 26 years now. Got to meet a lot of great people, and I think I just met another nice family. So we're really looking forward to working with them. I like to deal with people that come from out of town and show them what our community is like, because where they're from is totally different.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot different, and it's a big reason why they're here too, I think. But we've been doing a lot of nice projects for people throughout the years, and hopefully we got a few more years of it. As long as the lumber prices will stay down lower.
Must have been
Giving us a struggle.
they're starting to come down a little bit, aren't they?
Yes, they are actually. Lumber is, and the sheet goods just started, but the price of everything else is going right up with it now. All the copper and the plumbing and everything else, roofing. It's getting really expensive, but there's some people that want what they want, and I'm glad they're here.
Yes, this would have been a much less expensive project 2 years ago than it is right now.
It would have been several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing, what part will you guys actually be doing? The Mark II.
They hired us as the general contractor.
Okay, so you
So
subcontracted.
I'm in charge of this job from A to Z. I hired Dean Lashway to survey my property out. My guys are doing all the site work here. We're going to do the footers this afternoon at 1:30. Our concrete comes in another hour. We're getting all of our stuff from Diesel Boys.
Down the road.
Yep, and Brent and Andrew, since they bought out the Relation Concrete, they're going to do all of our panels for us. So I'm really excited to work with those guys. They're a great family, one of the best. And then my guys will frame it up. I got a crew of guys that will do all the framing on here. And then another crew that will do our siding. Then I have a crew that will do all of our finish works. I have another crew that does all of our drywall, and that's all in-house. The only thing that I'm subbing out is the electrical to Ace Electric, to Tom Roberts and them. One of the best crew electricians I've ever met, and I've met them all. And my brother Steve from Adirondack Plumbing, he'll be doing all of our plumbing here. The only thing that I haven't solidified yet is our HVAC system. I've got a couple fellows that have given me some prices. I'm waiting for my prices. But besides that, everybody else is locked right in, and we're keeping most of it in-house. That way we can stay in control of our projects. And like I said, the couple contractors that I have are really great guys.
And if it's people that are in the area, you've dealt with them?
Yes, we've done a lot of projects together. Yep, a lot of projects together. So I predict a really easy project here. We're got a deadline of around April 4th or so, the 1st of April. So I got 8 months to get this done.
Okay.
And it's a.
How soon before we see some framing going up?
I would say it's going to be about a month. I just talked to Steve Sample, who's supplying all of our lumber and building products from Sample Lumber. Trusses are 6 to 8 weeks out right now, and we just ordered our trusses. So
wow.
there's no real hurry to get on the framing yet.
No.
But we got some site work to do. We're going to be building a huge pond out in the background. And then in the future, Bobby's going to have us build some other ponds for wildlife in the back also.
Yeah, and he's dealt with the USDA,
Yes.
so he knows
Yep.
exactly what
Yep.
has to be done,
Yep.
what
Yep.
can be done, what can't be done, and
Yep.
so on.
Michael Parker from the Parker Maple Family Farm, he's helping us with a lot of our site clearing. He has some forestry equipment, and he came in and cleared out all this acreage here for us. Brought it all out to the front, and this morning I believe they just got done chipping it all.
Chipping it all, and anything worth
Nothing.
saving in there?
Nothing.
No logs
This
worth saving?
actually was a landing for a logging operation. I'm predicting 20, 25 years ago or so, because we found the oil buckets, we found skidder chains, and there's also a path right out through, and there was some debris left from that. So this was a landing area at one time. So there wasn't much here. A lot of smaller brush and stuff like that, but there was some older cedars in there that we had to take out, but not too much. We saved all the good trees, as you can see.
Yeah, well,
The bigger ones that
visitors are going to want some trees. They're
Yes.
not coming up here
Yep.
to look at open
Yep.
fields. You know,
Yep.
that's nice too, but
Yep.
they want to see some trees. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
a tall, healthy tree you can save. You want to
Yes,
do it.
most definitely. I'm a maple producer, so I really don't like cutting a maple. My father taught me that was sacrilegious. Do not touch the maples.
There's some things you don't do, son. And this is one of them.
This is one of them for sure, Calvin. Well, I'm really glad you guys made it out today.
Okay. And we interrupted you. You had just gotten your meal, so that
Yeah.
meal is
Well, I need
cooling
another
off.
meal. I think.
Well, of course, it ain't going to cool off much today. So.
No, but we've had a good day. The weather broke. I predicted it would, and God is shining on our plans today.
All right.
Thank you very much for being here.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, bye.
Mark Bro. Well, everybody has had a bite to eat. The workers are back at work here. They've currently got a good crew of North Country people who are going to be doing this. We're going to hopefully stop by every once in a while to see how this progresses, maybe even take some shots in the back. You can find an aerial view of this obviously on Google Maps and also on the Clinton County tax map area. You can see how big this property is, so feel free to visit there if you want to get an idea of the before picture of what we're dealing with here. So we're going to wrap it up for now and hopefully be back several times, and in April of 2022, which is what, today is August, so that's the 8th month. That's 8 months from now. April's the 4th month, so 8 months from now we'll be looking forward to seeing a nice lodge here on 109 Southwick Road in Champlain. And welcome to the North Country, Hughes family.